Okay, let's get back to it. Uh, Here's my helicopter engine. Here's the intake, the exhaust port, and here's the gearbox. Now this is going to be upside down here on this side. We're taking and turning it upside down, and I'm not taking this part off this helicopter itself. I'm making a copy of it. I'm going to turn this part up here upside down. This gearbox here, and this goes back to the drive shaft. This intake, I'm going to put this up above it for the scoop, so it's on the hood of the car. Now this, well, you know where the exhaust is going. So, but I'm only going to use one of these intakes as the intake on both sides. This gearbox is going upside down, and I'm going to split this exhaust in two and run it up to the opposite side. It's going to be pretty large exhaust. This helicopter is as close to 125th scale, 124th scale. Yeah, get a little look at it. Give you a little look. Make a copy of this helicopter's engine. Well, you can see these helicopter engines are not that big. They're pretty small. Small turbines, what they really are. Little jet engines. That's kind of a neat little thing. I'll give you a good look at the back end of it, the tail end of the helicopter. Okay, here's my jet engine, my helicopter engine from my jet engine rebuilt from a helicopter. Copy from the helicopter engine. This part right here is the muffler, the huge muffler I had to put on the back end of it. You know, you can't have that big giant jet sound and burning up the back of the automobile. So they had this big old metal can that goes back on the exhaust of the jet engine here, of the helicopter engine. Here's the front end of it. Hope you can see it. Here, let it down a little bit. There's the end port. This is where the gearbox go at. Make it so bad you won't be able to see the gearbox because there's a metal plate that goes underneath the bottom of it that keeps the water and everything from splashing into the intake here. Oh, this little metal piece here, that's my antenna. I plan on putting it on my Slayer car. I exactly gave my Slayer car a name yet. I'm thinking I might call it the Holy Hell or something like that, since it sprays water and fire. So I might give that name to my Shadow Warrior car. The group of cars will be called the Shadow Warriors, and each name of the car is going to have their own individual name. I think I call this one the Holy Hell or something like that, for the since it sprays water and fire. The holy water is for the vampires and the werewolves and other monsters. The fire that seems to burn up about everything. So it's pretty funny to build these things. There's my helicopter engine. Let you see the rear end. I'm actually going to try to do dual exhaust on this. I just want a look of it. Yeah, it's kind of neat little thing. Yep, I hope you liked it. Next to the next part. Oh, these antennas right here are easy to make. All you do is wind this around just something like this I got in my hand. You see this where I got in my hand? I use it as a pointer. All you do is wrap your wire around this to make that shape. If you look on the earlier tanks, all the way up to the Vietnam era, this type of antenna they had on there. These type of bending ones. I don't know if I'm going to put it on the center or the back or where I'm going to put the antenna at. I know it's going to be somewhere on the back of the vehicle itself. Okay, there's one thing I meant to tell you. This intake here is from my one of my old scale trains. That's where I made this engine intake for the helicopter. This part right here is just the front end of the fan that goes on top of a old scale locomotive. The gearbox, you probably won't be able to see the gearbox because it's going to be covered anyway. I'll get this off right now for this thing, this part here. I get to figure out a way to color I'm going to paint it and see if I'm going to paint it in multiple colors or not. Or leave this, I think I'll probably leave this front end the way it looks and just paint the rear end. Okay, here's my turbine engine, my helicopter engine, my Slayer car now. Now it has the motor, has a little jet engine. See the turbine fans in there? So that's a neat little car to work with. Don't spend a lot of money on these things. Just have fun with it. And this is the intake right here, the manifold intake from the turbine. This is the back end of the jet engine. The exhaust, the intake from the hood goes down through this right here into the muffler part of the back end of the muffler of the engine. There you go. Okay, here's the scoop on the hood, and here's the intake right here. One of the intakes. This is cool. Keeps the engine cool and the hot exhaust from the turbine engine from the helicopter. That's how that's supposed to work. From some of the books I read. On to the next thing. See, the gearbox is up here front. The gearbox is up front here. And it runs down to the back of it. You won't be able to see it because it's on the other inner part of the thing. We'll probably make it so bad you can't see it. But it runs out here. The mufflers are here. So where the bell housing is at is where the mufflers is actually coming out at. From my helicopter engine. There'll be two sides. I ain't figured out where to put it. Go straight back or go either one of the sides.